Welcome back to On The Volley. It's been a long while since we posted our last video. A lot has gone on. So let me just explain our absence. For those of you that know, unfortunately Keeper's mum was ill, and sadly she passed away on the 31st of January. So Keeper had to go to Newcastle, obviously, help out, organising funerals, so on and so forth, be close to the family. And whilst he was there, I've got to be honest, Keeper did say to me, look, send me some videos, okay, and I'll do my best to put them up. But I just said to him, I said, listen, Keeper, mate, there's no way I'm sending you videos. I take my hat off to your, keep the show on the road going, okay, his commitment. But I said, no way, it's, you've got too much on your plate, and he appreciated that, obviously. So after the funeral, he's come back, and obviously he's working, just getting back into it. And, I haven't spoken to him since he's come back, and, but I know what it's like to lose a mother. So, I'm doing one today. Let's see how it goes. And hopefully Keeper, I'm pretty sure he's already said he'll be able to put it up, yeah? So that's that. And another thing I will say, he was overwhelmed by the, the love and, the messages of support that he got from people. So, there's not really a lot more to say there. Life goes on. We carry on with our life. He's working, he's gonna edit and put the videos up, and that's it. So anyway, let's get back to it. Let's get back to Celtic now. Like I said, missed a lot has gone on, and I've got to say, let's start with the Champions League. We've improved on last year and the years before, because we actually got out the group stage, and we got pulled, we got paired with Bayern Munich. Okay, it's either going to be Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. And we knew either way it was going to be a tough game, yeah. Bayern Munich obviously had the edge. They were the favourites. We were the underdogs. And we got knocked out by Bayern Munich. But let's be honest, okay, right, we got knocked out, okay, with our heads held up high. No one really expected us to beat them, but, we had a great attempt. I mean, we gave it our all. If some things had gone our way, then who knows? Maybe we could have actually gone through. But you've got to be proud of the performance, and you've got to be proud of, the support, the team, the manager. There's not really anything you can say negative about it. It's just baby steps. Hopefully we got out the group stage this year. Maybe next year we can go one step further. Now, as for the league, I mean, oh man, all right, so we played St Mirren over the weekend, and you got to give it to St Mirren. I mean, I thought, the players and the fans can stand proud. Okay, we beat them 5-2. But, the first half, they came out with a purpose. And let's be honest, they were the underdogs, yeah? And I don't think anyone expected them to win. They didn't expect to win. But they gave it their all. They came out with a lot of belief. We go 1-0 up with Shah, yeah? And then they get a free kick. And what a free kick that was, man. You've got to give it to the boy, yeah? What a free kick. We get a penalty. The other thing I like about Dyson Maeda tried to stay on his feet. But again, he got clipped the second time. He didn't just throw himself to the ground, as we see so often, at least in the English Premier League, yeah. I mean, some of the dives that I've seen is ridiculous. Dyson Maeda reminds me back of old school, you always try to keep on your feet and go for goal. So, enough respect to Dyson. I was pleased with Yang's performance. Yang, 2 great goals, could have had a hat-trick, but one of them was offside. And, a great ball in for the first one from Hatate when, bam, with a head, yeah, Yang. Even the second one was with a header. Yeah, it was the last, on the 93rd minute, if I remember rightly. Cross from Shah, who I thought had a good game, yeah. really, really starting to get into it. Cross, and there was Yang at the back post. Now that is classic. I always say you should always have somebody at the back post. Always. The amount of times I see games of football where the ball goes across and there's no one at the back post, and I'm thinking to myself, that is basic, man. That is basic. When I used to play, I'd always make sure I was on the back post, and that's where I got my goals from. So, well done, Yang. I've always said that I believe he's a good player. He's got something in him, and that maybe it'd take him a while, but he will sooner or later come out. And I hope that comes true for him. Not yet. I can't say yes. See, I told you, not yet. He's still got a lot more to prove. 5-2, what can you say? Dyson Maynard gets a goal as well, yeah, and he fully deserved it. I thought Dyson had a pretty quiet game up to his normal standards, but then again, even then, you can't expect players to be, consistently at 100%. They're going to have a little bit of a dip, they're going to have some quiet games, but even though he had a quiet game, bam, he was in there again. Top scorer for the season, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll tell you what, I don't hear anything about Kyogo. Now, if Dyson wasn't scoring and our goals had dried up, I can guarantee you everyone would have been complaining, including me probably. Why did we sell Kyogo? Why didn't we get someone in to take his place? Blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Kyogo type of player. But I tell you what, Dyson Maynard has stepped up to the plate, and no disrespect to Kyogo, but I don't hear anyone mention him. It's as if he was never there. I know that's a little bit of an exaggeration because we'll never forget Kyogo. We'll never forget what he's done for us. But I tell you what, the way Dyson Maynard's playing, we don't miss him. And if you go back to when Dyson started the first 2 seasons, who would have thought? He had a lot of grief. He had a lot of doubters. And respect to the boy. I take my hat off, because he's really flourished. And I don't expect him to be here at the end of next season. I really don't, At the end of this season, I should say, I honestly expect somebody's going to come in for him and we're going to end up selling him. But again, even then, I'm not too worried. And I'll tell you why. Because we all know that Celtic is a selling club. That's where they make their profit. But that's not it. It's the fact that I've said this time and time again. Our recruitment team has been spot on, season after season after season. They get in these gems that don't cost a lot and they flourish within our team. So at the moment, everything's looking rosy. 16 points ahead of them lot down the road. Like I said, Scottish League, that's in the bag. We're not going to lose a 16-point lead. Actually, the only thing I can see is maybe it being bigger. So let's look forward to that. Let's see how much of a gap we can create. Because the way them lot are playing, I can't see them pulling points back. I can only see them losing points. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. Let's see whether I'm proved right or wrong. Bit of news, you've probably already heard it. We have Celtic and them lot can't finally come to an agreement where away fans will be allowed into the stadium for the Glasgow derby. I think it's 4% of saleable tickets. So how many tickets is that? What is it? 2,000, 3,000, 4,000? I don't know. I haven't made a calculation. And to be totally honest, I haven't had time to look at any of the other Celtic YouTube channels, like a Celtic State of Mind or Ryan 118, which are the two that I will normally watch. So I don't know. So I'm pretty sure they've given the number, they've done the calculation. Me personally, I haven't had too much time. like I said, because even me, I was in Edinburgh for a while. Then I went down to Newcastle for keeper. Then I've come back, and because I'm clinically obese, I've got myself a personal trainer. And I tell you what, man, after not doing anything for years and just see my weight slowly creep up, okay, I said, no, I've got to do something about this. So I'm absolutely knackered. I don't have any energy because my personal trainer is a little bit of a, oh dear, he's hard, okay. He's keeping me on my toes, and I've given myself 3 months to lose. Well, the target's 20 kilos. I don't know if I'll lose 20 kilos, but even if I lose 5 kilos a month and I lose 15 kilos in 3 months, I'll be happy with that, because then what I'll do is I'll extend it for another 3 months. So, 5 kilos a month, although as you lose the weight, the more you lose, the harder it gets to lose, as you all know. So that's basically what's happening at the moment. I'm going to try and be a little bit more consistent on the videos. Again, also because Mark Nugent sent a message. I read it. It's like, oh, what, 14 days? No video. And obviously he said, I hope you and Keeper are okay. So I explained it to Mark. I was talking to Paddy Lavery on the phone, and Paddy just said, I'm just fucking lazy. There is a bit of that as well. There's a little bit of truth in that as well. So, but look, I mean, the bottom line is, even that isn't important, okay? At least for us, I know for some people it is. But the fact of the matter is, the most important thing is how Celtic are playing, okay? How far ahead we are to them lot down the road. Looking forward to what I expect to be another treble season. The only black mark, if I can put it that way, is the fact that we didn't go further in the Champions League. But even then, okay, nothing to be ashamed of. The only thing we can be is proud of our boys and proud of the team. And to be totally honest, that is the feedback which I've heard from like 99% of the Celtic supporters when it comes to the Champions League. It's going to be interesting at the end of the season to see who stays and who goes. I think that is going to be very interesting, and I think that is one of the things that we're going to have our minds on at the moment, because let's be honest, league's done. Watch the game, see how many goals we score, come the end of the season, on a match-to-match basis, and come the end of the season, see what the points gap is, at the end of the season, and a Scottish FA Cup final. So that will keep us on our toes a bit. All the rest is done, innit? So look, I don't really have a lot more to say. I'm back in Rome as well, obviously, as you can well see. Okay, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. A little bit chilly. That's hence the, the top. But looking forward to celebrating, and hopefully I might try and see if I can make the last home game of the season, okay, that Celtic play. No promises, but if I do, I'll let you know. And George, I hope you're watching, my boy George from Plains, yeah? If I do, okay, I'll give you a shout as well. Anyway, that's it from me, yeah? Me, Shah. I'm out.